Welcome to At the Vanguard. We're TB Vanguard, and our motto is for fans by fans. We showcase fans on the front line of the Team VZ movement. This podcast is an open forum to discuss current topics as they relate to Chris Brown and his fan base.
Well, thank you for coming. This is podcast.
You're welcome.
This is TV Vanguard at the Vanguard podcast number 17, I believe. Yes, number 17. So we're chugging right along. The first thing we did our TV Vanguard poll, and the poll this weekend is Netflix and chill with Chris Brown. Welcome to My Life documentary, and the question is, what day are you watching chilling? And the results are 13% said Saturday with Bae, 10% said Sunday with the fam, 6% said both days with my besties, and 71% said we're watching all month. So some people are watching all month. Now, have you watched it on Netflix?
Absolutely. I watched it at like 3 o'clock this morning because I'm actually a little sick. If you can't hear it, I'm actually sick. I have a cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I took ate some soup and I drank a Theraflu, so I was knocked out. So when midnight came, I missed it. So I woke up like 3 o'clock in the morning, like, oh my God, the documentary is out. So I went in on my Netflix, because the TV I have the Samsung Smart TV, so it has Netflix already built into the TV. So I just went. I was like, I have to go to Netflix. Let me go. I'm like tapping my TV all crazy. Like, let me see. I gotta see it.
Now, how did you find it?
I searched his name and it popped up.
Yeah, that's the way I did it. I didn't. Sometimes with new things, they'll have it under new or recommended, because I've watched other documentaries. I thought it would come up for that, but it didn't. So I had to search for his name. I had to put his whole name in. When I just put in Chris, I thought it would give it to me. It wouldn't do it. So I'm like, oh, this is the worst search engine. But I put in the whole thing, and that's when I got the documentary. And I was telling Dee that, I saw some things I didn't see before. What about you? I know you've seen it many times, just like me.
Yeah, because I just watched it Tuesday with my sister. We watched it on iTunes. She didn't watch it before, so I pulled it up on my computer and let her watch it with me, and she was just so fascinated.
Right.
Because she wanted to watch it, and then she didn't get a chance to go see it in the movie theater. So I was like, girl, why you didn't buy it on iTunes? She said, because I already know you got it. So, of course, well, she loves Chris just as much as I do. Like, we are like, so, we love him. So she was like, I have to see it. I missed all the opportunities to see it. So I had ordered her the DVD. And I was like, it's going to be on Netflix on Saturday. She was like, but I want to watch it now. I'm like, okay. So we watched it Tuesday. Then I watched it like 3 o'clock this morning. Had me a nice glass of wine. I was watching it. And it was like, I saw him on like 55 inches. So it just was so crisp and clean. I was just like, oh, this looks so much better. Because when I went to the movie theaters to see him, I would tell you, it was so packed. I had to sit in the very front. And I never sit like in the first. I never sit in the front. I always sit in the back. All that was like filled up. So I had no choice but to sit up front in the big screen. I'm like, oh, this hurts my eyes. It looks all grainy. I'm like, I hate sitting in the front.
Yeah.
For Christopher, it was the only seats I could get. So I was like, okay, let me just sit here. And it was in a corner. I was like, this is awful. I'm so pissed off. But it was finally good to see it like on my TV. And it was like watching it all over again for the first time. I don't know. It seemed like it was the same thing. I don't know. Maybe there was things I missed, but it seemed like it was the same exact thing. I kind of wish there was some like bonus features in there. I wish he would have added some exclusive pieces that wasn't in the movies. Like
that would have been a treat. But at least it would have been good on the DVD anyway. But the thing that I was saying to Dee, when I watched it today, I noticed, because I saw it in theater and I saw it on Netflix too, on iTunes too. But seeing it on my TV, I have Roku, whatever thing, call the thing. And so I watched it on there. But I noticed today that they showed his, I knew he grew up in a trailer park, which not a lot of people know. And they showed the sign to the trailer park. I'm like, oh, I don't remember seeing that. And they showed the opening to the trailer park, and then they cut right to him, in his mansion. It's like, wow, that was a juxtaposition. So, even with that, it still was a startling change. But I didn't notice that the first time. Or the first few times I saw it. I've seen it several times, but I didn't notice that. So that was something different I noticed. And also, what about Frank Ocean? somebody mentioned today that people were talking about the Frank Ocean thing, and I didn't remember. I don't remember. I guess I did. I just still skirted past it when I saw it before, but I noticed it today. Maybe because I had just seen somebody mention it online. Did you notice that when you talked about the Frank Ocean situation?
it was very brief. They didn't like. It was something that they didn't really dwell on, but they did bring it up as like a reporter saying it, like how him and Chris fought because over alleged parking space.
Right.
And that same, breath, they also talked about how him and Drake had the whole incident in the nightclub. So they put those two. They brushed past that. I kind of wish, honestly, he would have elaborated more on certain situations. That's one thing I wish, like with the documentary, he gave us like more concert footage, more studio footage. Because I'm always been super like fascinated with him in the studio because I've always been so intrigued at the fact that he doesn't write his lyrics down. Like he creates a melody and then he, drops lyrics like that. Like they pop in his head and he goes record it and then he'll go back and think something else and then go back and record it. And I'm like, I've always thought that was like so different because you never thought of that like from a singer. Like, rappers who don't write down their lyrics, they just go and they freestyle like Jay-Z and Lil Wayne.
Right.
But I've never known a singer to do it. So I wish he would have gave us like more like that personal studio, rehearsals, concerts. Like, that would have been like something that would have been like a real treat. But I know he just wanted to get like his point across about the ish that we always been wondering about.
Right.
That's what people are so nosy for.
Yeah. And that would have been for fans.
That with that thing with Drake too, because Drake definitely started that.
Oh yes. I would have. Yeah. If I were him, I would have clarified that. Because people still to this day think that he was throwing bottles when he was not. That's right. I really, wish he had, but it wasn't the big issue for him. Because that's not the thing that changed his whole life. So I guess that's why he focused on, on that.
Missing a piece of his chin because of that.
It looks like we have another caller. Who's our new caller?
Hi, it's Tammy.
Hi,
Tammy.
Hey,
Tammy. I have a cold, so excuse me.
See, it's in the New York air, girl, because I got a cold too.
I know the weather here is crazy.
I know, it changes from one day to the next.
Yeah, it's like unpredictable. Well, it is, but, we don't always pay attention. I know I didn't. That's how I got a cold.
Right. Well, we've been talking about the documentary being on Netflix. Have you watched it on Netflix?
No, I haven't gotten a chance to yet, but I intend to this evening.
Yeah. That's what we were talking, Netflix and chill. It'd be like 6 or 7 this evening. Stuff with the Netflix and chill. But
oh, okay.
I was just talking about what we thought, what we saw. I was talking about what I saw different. I just something I never noticed before, and I've seen it several times. But it was more relaxed to see it on my TV instead of the computer or.
Yeah. I'm anticipating that too because that's what I've always wanted. Because being in a movie theater with a bunch of strangers, I really wasn't feeling that. For that type of, to see him and the documentary, because we already had an idea what it was, be about. So that's something that you really wanted to share at home, but I still had to go.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, we both just said that. She was talking about being stuck in the front row, so she had Charlie really had a bad one.
I sat in the first 3 rows and I was in a corner seat. Oh my God, it was the worst experience of my life. That's the worst view I've ever had. It was awful. I was so mad. Like, because all the other shows were sold out, and this was the last opportunity I could get to watch it. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to just sit wherever I could. Because it wasn't like a reserved seat. It was you go inside the theater and you pick a seat to sit in. So when I got in there, mind you, I missed like the first 10 minutes of the documentary. Anyway, so I was so mad about that. And then I had to sit in the front. I was like, yo, this can make my day go any worse. Like, can it just be worse? I'm like, what did I miss? I was like trying to ask, what did I miss? Did I miss anything good? They're like, no, not really. So I'm like, okay.
I was early. I was determined not to miss anything. And I'm hardly early for anything.
I kept asking people. Nobody told totally shush. I'm like, I miss anything good? It's like, no, basically they talk about how he got his start. I'm pretty sure you know that if you in here.
Right.
You know how he got his, like, right. They're just saying it in a different type of way, but I already know how he got his start. I ain't missing it. Like, major. I was like, good. I was so mad.
But you were early, but y'all had, but some of the theaters were selling out and had to open more screens. Isn't that right? Yeah.
The specific movie theater that I went to, they initially only had 2 showings. They had one at 7:30 and then one at 7:46. So, because that's how he initially had, like, all the shows was at 7:30, which I found a little weird. He had one at 7:30, and they made one for 7:45 when the 7:30 one sold out in, like, 2 days. So they had to make one for 7:45. Then when I got there, the line to the movie theater was, like, wrapped around the block. You would have thought he was in the movie theater. I'm like, who the hell? What are y'all here for? And mind you, this wasn't on a Friday, so there wasn't really no new movies out at the time.
Right.
They came on Thursday. So it was like, I'm like, what is this? What is this line for? They're like, and then one of the employees came out, like, if you're going to see the Chris Brown documentary, go to this side of the line. And just, like, the whole line just shifted. I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, y'all are here for the same thing I'm here for? I'm like, ain't no way. All y'all people are coming to see the same thing. No way. Come on.
Yeah, the movie theater I went to, it was packed too. But it was only one showing at that movie theater that I went to. I went to the one in Brooklyn because I didn't want to go to the one where I live in Queens, but I went to the one in Brooklyn. Where is that movie theater at? What do they call it? It's right off of Linden Boulevard.
Oh, Plaza. I know what you're talking about. Right there.
Yeah. Right across from Linden Plaza. Oh, that's what it's called, right? Linden Movie Theater, something like that. Yeah, I went to that one. Yeah.
You haven't gone to that one, Sade. Aren't you in Brooklyn?
Yeah, the one I went to was in Brooklyn. It was downtown Brooklyn by the Barclays Center.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I used to live downtown Brooklyn, I used to go to that. Well, when I lived there, I don't think that movie theater is there anymore. It was actually downtown, like the shopping area downtown.
Yeah, no, mine was on Court Street. It was like a little bit farther. It was like by where the courthouses are. Down that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was so crowded. And then they had the 7:46 show, and then they added 8 p.m., a 9 p.m., 11, and 11:31. I was like, okay. They was like, we don't have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they added like.
So when I went to, it was only one at Linden. It was only one showing. That's it.
Because I was gonna go initially in Manhattan, but like all the ones in the city were like sold out super fast. I'm like, of course everybody's gonna
go
on 42nd Street or 34th Street where it's really, really nice. I was like, let me just
yeah.
And that one was like super crowded. I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that many people. Like, I had an idea that a lot of people were gonna go see it because people are nosy, but like it was just like crazy. Like I was
surprised too. The whole movie theater was packed.
Yeah,
it was like sold out. I was like, wow.
That's why I felt like he should have did a premiere here too. Like I felt like he should have did a premiere in LA and then he should have did one in New York because we always turn up. Anyway.
Yeah,
I don't think they anticipated that it would do so well because then they probably would have planned to have it run for a week or so. They probably didn't anticipate it, just thinking like, oh, okay, we'll do like a one-day thing, but they was able to add shows, but had they planned to like run it for a week, it would have did a whole lot better, sales-wise.
And if he would have put it in way more theaters, because he only did like 450. And usually when a movie come out, they do like, 2,000, 3,000 theaters. So he only did like a pinch of what, they usually do when they send to like a whole bunch of movies. So I was kind of, surprised. I wasn't necessarily like surprised like ain't nobody going to go see it. Because, here comes the dummies on Twitter. Who's going to go see a Chris Brown movie? I'm like, a lot of people. Like, like, what do you think?
You.
Exactly, you. The same people. And it's funny because I thought the documentary had got put on Netflix a little earlier than usual because people were talking about it. Like, I'm like, did it come out already? Like, did Netflix just go ahead and put it out already? I'm like, how is people constantly talking about it? Like, for like 2 days prior to today, people were talking about his documentary. And then there was people who didn't like him. But you don't, but you're watching it. Like, I don't get it. Like, how are you went and searched for that? Like, you did. You definitely went and searched for that. And before it got on Netflix, you definitely had to either buy it or you had to buy it because there was nowhere else you can get it because it's not on YouTube. Like, Riverdale made sure they snatched that down. There's nothing on YouTube. So I'm like,
oh, not even the other one. The other one, nothing is on there anymore.
Right.
Nothing.
There was like the first part of, one. There was a couple of them on there actually, but it didn't. It wasn't the entire. Yeah, good.
We talked about him and Rihanna, but it's not the whole thing. But they snatched anything down. Like, people were trying to put the whole thing up or certain clips, and they were snatching it down. The only thing that's up there when you do type in his documentary name is the song, and then like people haven't like given it a review. Like, basically people who watched it and basically gave their review about it. But other than that, like clips from it, no. Those were interesting to watch too. People who watched it, and gave reviews on YouTube. It was very interesting to watch. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna come tenfold now because it's on Netflix and everybody has Netflix.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some
a lot of people gonna see it now.
People today. I'm pretty sure it's gonna probably end up trending, or he's gonna end up trending.
It was trending last night. That's what I was telling Paula, because I think some of the foreign countries got it first, and then like around 8:00, 9:00 my time, people started seeing it, and of course the people who were most vocal were the ones who are the haters who had to go ahead and get the first 15 seconds of being able to see Netflix, and they all got dragged to filth because I was retweeting a couple of tweets where people were saying, that maybe they say something about, oh, I saw the documentary, and if you still support Chris, you're this, and that. And I retweeted a tweet that basically said, well, I guess that includes you because you were the first person to go ahead and purchase it on Netflix or go watch it on Netflix. So it was pretty interesting, but it was trending for a while. And like Paula was saying, a lot of people had a hard time finding it. So we're going to put out something later today to help people.
He's going to post something about it. So that's going to send the haters and the fans and drive to go watch it. So once he makes that post later, that's it. Everybody's going to know it's on Netflix. They're going to search for it, especially people who don't like them. They're definitely going to go search for it. Like, oh, now it's on Netflix, let me go look. And it's weird because I saw this one girl who was doing like a 30 documentaries in 30 days review thing, and she did his. His was like in the top 5 of like documentaries she done watched. And she was like, oh, X, Y, and Z, it was a bad review. And then she was like, don't watch it. She was like, he was victim blaming. They were victimizing him, blah, 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 blah. People were kissing his ass. And I'm like, did we watch the same documentary, bitch? Because this is not once did he ever victim blame anything, made himself seem like a victim. When did he ever not say he was wrong? Or when did he ever try to justify anything? Don't support it. She's like, don't support it. But you supported it, sis. You watched it. You sat there and watched it.
She got dragged.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the white girl. She got dragged still.
But again, though, Sade, she isn't even in the United States, so she had to get it as soon as it came out in her country. I think she might be in Europe somewhere, but she's not from the States. But yeah, she was one of the first people who had to see that, But yeah, she got dragged from though. And they made of course, Twitter made an example of her and clowned her. So yeah.
Like, you went on Netflix, searched up Chris Brown, watched his documentary for an hour and 20 minutes just to say, don't watch it, and to give a negative. But when you watched the documentary, you came in with a biased mindset already, because you watched that whole documentary, and that's all you pulled from it.
That's a bias. That is a preconceived bias. Exactly.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, after she got dragged from filth, I guarantee you she went back and looked at it again, because that's what they normally do. Because she thought she was spouting some popular opinion and got dragged for filth. So
she basically, then she had the audacity to say, she tweeted, and then I think she said, I didn't even watch it. Huh?
Yeah. There goes her credibility.
When she retracted back on her words about, I didn't even watch it. How you didn't watch it, sis? How you didn't watch it? How you knew it was an hour and 19 minutes? How did you know that this, like, how did you know this? Please, tell me.
They had her shook. Come on, Sade. They had her shook.
Yeah, her mentions was in shambles. I feel bad for you, girl. I do. You might as well mute his name, block anything that has a breezy, and the name. You might as well, because your mentions is gonna be on fire for the whole weekend, just because you tweeted this dumb ish. Like, you deserve all the drags you're gonna get. Like, first of all, Team Breezy has been in with their pitchforks and their shields for like the past 3 days, from the album cover
Yes.
to the documentary. They have not been letting up on nobody. I'm like, okay, what got y'all so fired up that, like, I know we usually come to his defense, but really they're like, no slander. We're not even playing with you guys at this point. Like, it's to the point where people who try to even tweet slander for him, they delete the tweet because they don't even want that heat in their mentions no more.
Right.
Like, they just delete the tweet. Like, they don't even want that in their mentions no more. Like, you know what? I can't because there's too many people in my mentions. I'm just gonna delete the tweet. Might as well. You should have thought about that before you tweeted that dumb stuff. Like, I don't think people be so like thirsty for retweets or people to like get a little kiki out of it. Like, oh yeah, that's funny, ha ha ha. That they don't realize like how big this man's fan base is.
Right.
Like, we're gonna find you. Oh, you're weird for searching his name. No, because we don't. Because one, y'all be under his tweets. Y'all retweet his tweets. Like, first of all, how do you get his tweets as soon as he tweets stuff? That means you have his notifications on. That's weird. That's so weird. That is weird. Like, I don't even have his notifications on his Twitter because I know he barely tweets. Like,
right.
That's weird. Like, that's so weird. I don't know. That's weird. But I know that the same people that like slander him and stuff, they're gonna be the same ones watching the documentary. I'm pretty sure it's gonna trend again later today once he tweets out that it's, you know, on Netflix and everybody can watch it. Because it's a worldwide thing now. It's not just, oh, it's only available here, it's only available here. Like, everybody can see it now. So,
Right.
And actually, we've seen, and I've retweeted a couple of tweets with a lot of people from Brazil tweeting the link, and then a lot of people from Holland and the UK. So I think what we're going to do is just try and help with the navigation of it a little bit more so that people can, since they do seem to have to search it, to make it a little bit easier. We'll send that out later on today. But yeah, it's interesting how many people were adding us saying, I can't find it, because a lot of people were anticipating, you know, watching it this weekend. So.
because a lot of people, when I posted it, like at 3 o'clock in the morning, I posted it on my Instagram because I didn't see nobody that I follow, like the Team Breezy that I follow, posting it that it was available on Netflix, because I just happened to wake up out my sleep and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, let me see if it's on Netflix. I searched it up on my TV and it popped up. So I had like, you know, I have Netflix on my phone too, so I just took a screenshot from the app and posted it on my page. I think it's available to stream on Netflix. And then like people was in my comments like, oh my God, how did you find it? I'm trying to find it. I can't see it. Like you don't see it? I searched his name. Like, it's right there.
Some people don't know how to search. Some people don't know how to do a search on Netflix.
That's weird. It's a little circle. It's a little search engine. You can Google. You can definitely search on Netflix.
But I did expect it to be like on the banner when it came up because it's new. But I only saw 5'2" and a couple of other documentaries, and
Who's that?
But, that is Lady Gaga's documentary.
You know, she had one.
Yeah, it came up on the screen as soon as I came in. But I watch a lot of documentaries on Netflix, so that's why I really expected it to be shown, because Lady Gaga's came up because it's a new documentary. But maybe they paid for it to be on the banner or something like that. I don't know. But it's been out a little while, so you know that maybe it's gotten some popularity. But that's why I'm going to say when we do the Netflix and chill, to ask people to add it to their list, because that's another way that it becomes popular. Yeah, that's what I did right away. But just tell people to add it to the list, and also tell some people the few people who don't have it, you know, you can do this. Was it 7-day trial? 7-day trial.
30.
Yeah, 30 day, is it?
It's 30 days now. Mm-hmm.
It's 30 days now? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see I had mine a long time. It used to be a 7-day trial.
Watch it all October long.
Yeah. It's a 30-day trial. We'll put that out. I won't be doing Netflix and chill tonight.
I'm going to watch it again tonight. I'm make sure everybody who hasn't seen it. My mom, she's on vacation right now, but she wanted to see it so bad, and she's not home. I'm like, oh man.
Oh, I remember you were saying you were helping her pack. Where did she go?
Jamaica. She went to go visit my family.
Oh, that's right. Your family's. I remember you saying Jamaican and Japanese. That's the funniest combination. Probably beautiful, but it's just a strange sounding combination.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I made that little joke like I have a little bit of Asian in me. Chris can swing my way.
That's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't wait to watch my mom to see it because she's like, I remember the day I went to go see the movie. She came back like, how was it? She was so excited for me. I'm like, it was great. You didn't record on your phone. I'm like, no, you're supposed to record a movie screen. No, that's weird. No, I didn't record the screen. So I went to the party to it. She's like, how was that? Was that fun? I know he was so amazing. I'm like, yes, he was. He's everything. She's like, you have to take me to one of his concerts. I'm like, okay, Mom. That's where I kind of draw the line. Going to a Chris Brown concert with you because I act like a whole different person when I see him in concert. You're going to be like, who is this girl? This is not my child. You do not want to see me in like full Team Breezy. You do not want to see me.
Right.
You're like, what's wrong with you? Like, him,
I don't know you.
I love him. Like I told you. Because she always thought I was crazy from when I was younger. Like, oh my God, you love that little boy. Like, it's so creepy. Like, first of all, it's not creepy. I love, because I had this, I swear, I was like, when he first came out, I was like automatically in love. When he came out, I was 11 years old. So instantly, my little child heart was just fluttering with like a crush. And I had this really big life-size poster of him that I had hanging on my wall. And my mom was like, where the hell did you get this? Where did you get this poster from? Why is it so big? First of all, I saved my allowance. It was $25. And I'm never going to take it down. It was so big. It was it was like from the ceiling to the floor, like up and down. It's a poster. And the picture was, now looking back on it, the picture was so tacky.
Oh, really?
it was really tacky. You know how he's dressed really weird? Like, he had, I don't know, it was weird. Like, he had a Nike sweater, but it had like a sneaker on it. It was like orange. It was weird. If I find the picture, I'm gonna show you the exact picture. It was like for a photo shoot.
Was it like a 6X? You wearing like a 6X sweater?
Yes, it was. It was first album, Chris. So all his clothes were too big for his body. Like, it was weird. He had like his hoodie tucked behind his ears. It was weird. Like, it was a weird picture. Like, I bet if he saw that picture now, he would cringe. It's cringy. Now you look at this picture. But I loved him. So I was like, look at this big poster. My mom came home from work. I'm like, what is this big poster on the wall? I was like, it's Chris Brown. I love him.
You have to post that on the Throwback Thursday, Sade.
Oh, yeah, you have got to. You have got to.
I have a picture of my old bedroom wall, like when he first came out from like 2005 to 2008. It was like, I used to buy the Word Up magazines every month. So I used to put all the posters like on my wall, my whole wall, from ceiling, like all the way down to the floor, posters everywhere. Me and my sister shared a bedroom, so it was like half and half. Half of my room was just Chris Brown everywhere. I had him like on bed sheets, a pillowcase, like it was like love, like I really liked it. So like my whole bedroom was like Chris Brown themed. It was so weird. That's what got me a follow on Twitter, because I had posted it as a Throwback Thursday on Twitter, and I had added him, and then he had liked it, and then he followed me.
You know what? I think I remember that picture. Because it was, you couldn't see the wall at all. It was every inch of it.
No, it was literally posted.
I do remember that. I absolutely remember that. I absolutely do. It was almost like wallpaper, the way you had it up there. You had it up there like wallpaper, right? Like no wall was shown. I do remember that. That is so funny. And now I know you. That's so funny.
And then it pissed my mom off when we had to move, when we was moving, because I glued the posters to the wall. So, like, imagine having to pull all those posters down. It's
my God. That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah. Funny. I'm so glad, like, I'm out of that phase. I still love him, but I'm so glad I'm out of that phase.
Oh, yeah, well, you're grown up now. But, what was I going to ask you?
So funny. My little preteen heart couldn't take it. Like, he was so cute and so talented. I was just like, oh my God, let me be obsessed.
That's so funny. Now, how old were you, Tammy? When you
Hello?
came out? How old were you when you came out?
Well, I don't even know. Well, 2000, I gotta go 2005.
2005.
Probably around 16, 15, 16.
Oh,
What his
okay.
age?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So he was a contemporary for you. Yeah.
Or 14, probably. No, 14. Yeah.
That's funny. Now, of course, the other big thing this week was the album cover. So what did y'all think about that?
The snippet.
And the snippet. Oh, that song. I actually tweeted, I know this is just a snippet, but I want to go on record and say I love that song. I'm like, oh my God. I know I'm going to be playing that to death. I know it. So what did y'all think about it?
I like it. I like it. It looks like somebody ripped his heart out.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's
a
what
real
I thought.
heart.
Yeah, like
It's a real heart.
People were like, so, like, I saw some Team Breezy who was complaining about, like, oh, he's not on the cover. I'm like, every single album cover he's ever had, he was on it. His face, body, he's there. Like, can we have at least one where his face isn't on it? Like, I'm okay with that. And I'm like, they're like, well, why is the heart bleeding? And it's so, like, gory. I'm like, one, the album's coming out on Halloween, so that kind of plays into the fact of the gore, you know. And then, two, like, I feel like Tammy said it, that it's like somebody ripped his heart out. Basically, it's coming from the fact, I feel like, he said it's self-explanatory when he posted it yesterday, but I feel like because it's his heart in its purest form, it's bleeding, I feel like he's going to bare his soul on this album. So he's going to give it, like, you know, straight, you know.
He said that. He said that on Complex, when he said that he believes this album speaks to his soul, or, you know, he can speak, you know, through this album. It pretty much says exactly how he was feeling, or how he feels, or, you know, from his soul, something like that with the soul.
I was really excited. It would be dope if it.
I love the song, the title song, "Heartbreak on a Full Moon."
Oh yes, that's what I was.
I've been playing that like over 100 times. Oh my goodness!
I know it's just.
What does it sound like though? It sound like. It sound like. It sounds like older R&B, a little bit from the beat and stuff, but it sounds like a live band, almost a live, but I don't think it is though. But it has the live band feel.
Does it sound like he sampled the song? Because I feel like listening to the song, it sounds like I heard that song, like the beat sounds sampled or familiar. I'm like, why? I feel like I heard this beat somewhere before. Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I know this is going to sound amazing live. I know this is going to be amazing live. So I'm excited. Like, I've been, since he posted it, I've just been listening to the snippet. I'm like, you know, you can go.
That was the end of the song. I think that was the end of the song, though.
Oh, you think
he posted the ending? Yeah, I think that was the end. The way the music is playing, it seems like it sounds like the ending. And then he's doing runs, and, you know, just the way he's singing, the way the music is playing, the chorus. It sounds like the end.
You know, I did some snooping because, you know, I like to lurk. I found out that there's a feature on that song. And I don't know if y'all was in the chat and saw, but the feature on that song is Jamie Foxx. I don't know if you're going to cut that out. But
no.
The feature on that song.
What?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx is featured on that song.
Why would you feature someone on a song like that? Oh man!
I don't know.
Let's wait and hear it though. Let's wait and hear it though. Let's wait and hear it.
Jamie Foxx is a singer, okay? That's a vocalist. He can sing.
No. I know Jamie can sing, but I just was I thought that would be like his title song, and it would be like, you know, since it's Heartbreak on a Full Moon, I thought it would be just, you know, him.
Well, I
him alone.
Featured, or maybe he's like, I don't know. But I know I saw a video of a producer and Jamie Foxx in the studio together. And basically, Jamie was singing the same chorus and the same beats, the same exact song. So I'm like, okay, his sounded a little different, but it was like the same premise for the song. So I'm like, okay, maybe it was a demo version or he's featured on that song. But I did hear a lot of people saying like he was going to be featured on that song, and then I happened to run across that video yesterday. I'm like, oh, maybe it's true he's going to be featured on it. It would have been better if it's a solo song just by himself and it's the very first song. Like either he could open the album with that or close the album with it. So we'll see where he places it on the album, because I know that track list that he posted on Instagram months ago, that order is not going to be the track list, because a lot of those songs got pulled from the album. So.
Actually, I kind of heard that the track list might be 90% correct, 95% correct, and he's going to be adding 3 extra songs. So instead of it being 40, it could be 40 plus 3 bonus tracks. But we'll see if that's true or not. But that's what I was told today.
Well, I feel like 40 songs we don't need. Unless he's giving us 3 bonus tracks because he's going to add Grass and Green and Pills and Automobiles. Because remember, on the initial track listing, neither song is on there. Questions is on there. Party and Private.
He added, from what I'm being told, he added back Grass and Greener, Pills and Automobiles, and Freaky Friday. But we'll see.
Oh, I like that song too.
Well, he shot the video
I like
for
Freaky Friday. What about so you don't think what's her name? Ella Mai is gonna be on that song, or is that gonna be a song on her album or LP or EP?
It's her song, wholly her song.
Okay.
I like that song. I like Freaky Friday too. That's like a really good, cool song. Like that song is gonna be popping. Yeah. I can tell. And Heartbreak on a Full Moon. I'm just like, I don't know. I always have that. I'm just like that. When I hear something, it just gets set. And then when I hear changes, oh no, because then you don't know how it's gonna sound, and and you just have this idea of what you think it's gonna sound like just from hearing the little clip.
Privacy.
But I know Jamie Foxx is, because I like him in the other songs.
So here's what we could do then. How about this? We can start getting people to, request more and stream more. But let's come up with a plan so that when Chris performs at the title event on the 17th, that's worldwide. He's going to be performing. And if we can get everybody to do extra push on streaming and requesting that same weekend, won't that give us a big push for the following week, Tammy?
Oh, yes.
So let's kind of make that the weekend that we're going to do a big streaming push request tied into the title event. That should give us enough to get him into the top 40. If we keep doing what we're doing until the 17th, that gives us another week or so, right?
And I know he's going to do, because who else is going to be there? From Pills and Automobiles. A-Boogie's going to be there, right?
Yeah, A-Boogie's going to be performing. And also, Yo Gotti's going to be there, too.
So they might do Pills and Automobiles. The only one missing is Kodak Black.
If they do that, that's a huge push right there, and that actually could push him into the top 40. But we got to be prepared anyway to help with that push. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the 17th, so let's just start tweeting it out. You make the flyer.
Yeah,
I have to get all of my creative stuff back on my PC. Make the flyers. I'm gonna look for my CDs and download it again so I could do flyers and stuff.
But here's the thing, though.
I don't know what to say.
Because last week is what we talked about, and should I jump in too? But I think last week we said that we were going to try and get people to. We were waiting for Celebrity Ministry to tell us, is this going to be streamed just for title members, or is this going to be for everybody to stream? Because if it's streaming for everybody, the performance, won't that help count too? The song?
Okay, when you said this is going to be a worldwide event, what did you mean by that?
Because this is the fundraiser for all the people who've been affected by all of the natural disasters and all the hurricanes, Irene, all of them. So this is for Mexico, United States, Puerto Rico, the islands. But the fundraiser is a world event. It's going to be broadcast worldwide through Tidal.
Well, we don't have a guarantee that they're going to make it available to non-Tidal subscribers, though. We don't have that.
And that's what I DM'd. Yeah, I DM'd Celebrity Ministry, and she said this is an annual fundraiser that they do. And she said in the past it was always available for everybody to stream. That's what she said.
Okay.
But I DM'd her today, and she said she's going to clarify that and come back and tell us is that true or not in this case, because she actually is a Tidal member. But what we can do is get those questions answered. But everybody's going to be wanting to see the performance because it's a fundraiser. People are going to, that's what it's for. It's a benefit concert. But we can use that whole momentum of him performing those songs. And again, Yo Gotti's going to be there. A Boogie's going to be there.
Plus, he's a headliner.
Push the songs even more. I'm sorry, Sade, what did you say?
I said, plus he's a headliner, so he's going to be one of the last people to perform.
Right.
He probably go like just before Jay-Z.
Exactly. So we could push it that way, but like you're saying though, Tammy, this would be the weekend to get everybody to do their whole effort that weekend, right? Because all that requesting, streaming, and requesting and all that, plus his performance, plus everybody else looking at it who's not necessarily Team Breezy, that should be able to get us as close to the top 40 as possible. What do you think?
Well, we're at 90. That'll be a hell of a lot of streaming. But, I mean, it's not unlikely if we all stream, we can do whatever we want to do. If we're all together on this and we're all streaming on Spotify, yeah. I mean, we don't even have to look at the streaming of Tidal. I mean, just stream it because everybody's not going to be able to do that, but just stream it if you have Spotify.
So let's do that for that
weekend. That's all that matters.
So the day of the event and that whole period of time, we'll make that streaming weekend. How about that? Because that's something that...
All right, so we should have another name for it because that is like so, like, I don't think anybody even pays that streaming party any mind because nobody ever streams. And another thing they don't do is, like, they don't like trending. Like, you know, when...
But trending doesn't do anything anymore. Trending is meaningless now. It's not like it was back in 2012.
Wait a second, I know. But here's the thing, though. If we're going to rename it, we need to come up with another name for it, though. And then we don't have to think of the name and resolve it right now, but we could start brainstorming behind the scenes what we want to call it. And then have some...
Well, okay, let me ask you something. Why you say it was meaningless?
Streaming doesn't have any effect. I mean, not streaming. I mean, trending doesn't have any, unless it happens organically, where just there's some event that's triggered attention to it. The effort put into trending is pointless. It does nothing for you.
But that's the thing, though, Paula. We can use the hashtag for the fundraiser, which is hashtag TIDALxBROOKLYN. We could piggyback off of that hashtag, which is going to be trending anyway because of the event, right?
Right.
So we could piggyback off of that. That's our trending.
And what will we put? And what will we put? What will we piggyback off of it? Will we piggyback off of it?
Questions. Yeah, hashtag questions.
Because I know he's going to perform that.
Yeah. So we'll use that trending topic. We know it's going to be a worldwide trending topic. And we'll just piggyback off of that. Make sure we have enough emojis and words to fill out the 140 characters, and we can just piggyback off of that. Hashtag.
So what would it be? The title? It should be something about Tidal, and that we're going to be streaming.
Yeah, their hashtag is hashtag TIDALxBROOKLYN.
No, not their hashtag, but to get Team Breezy to participate. So we could go streaming on that day when he's performing.
Yeah, that's what we could probably think of. We got 140 characters and some emojis to play with.
Sade, what do you suggest?
When he does the Tidal event?
Yeah.
Well, regardless of the fact he's going to trend when he performs, because a lot of the people that's going to watch the stream is going to be for him, because he's a headliner. I do think that we do need to take advantage of that. Whether his name trends, the songs he performs trend.
What should we do to encourage people to stream on that day? Like the day of the performance, early in the day, in the middle of the day, and in the evening, probably when he'll probably be performing. But to get people to just like, on this day, we're going to stream. Like, what? How do we work this?
You know what we could do, though? We could say hashtag.
Oh,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said maybe you could tweet it out, make a specific type of post on Instagram, and let them repost it. Like, tell them to pass it along so that more Team Breezy. I know, because when they used to do streaming parties, like last year, that's how they used to do it. Like, someone would make like an edit, and then they'll have like a day and a time when they're gonna do the streaming thing. It'll be like 4 hours or so, and then they'll tell them, like, then they do this as a group. Like, it'll be like at least 50 Team Breezy members doing it, and then they'll be like on Twitter, so it'll end up trending like worldwide on Twitter, and then they'll get people to click on like, what is this, and then they'll go listen to the song. It helped a lot. That's what they did with like Party and Grass Ain't Greener. That's how Grass Ain't Greener ended up getting 100 million streams. Like, they always had streaming parties for it. I haven't seen them do a streaming party for any songs of this era.
There's been lots of them, but there's been lots of them. You haven't seen them, but there's been lots of them. It's just not that effective.
Did they like make a picture or like start a hashtag? Because usually when Team Breezy have streaming parties, fam, it ends up trending.
Not anymore.
Hashtag.
So here's what we could do. How about
people
this?
ain't doing it at a time.
She said, Paula, not anymore.
They're not.
No, but it's like Tammy said, they're tired of seeing the same thing. What we could do is say, hashtag Chris Brown title, hashtag questions on title, something like that. Something new that they'll see.
How about like say Chris Brown
title performance or charity
hashtag
title.
Breezy in Brooklyn.
Hey, that's a good one.
That's
Breezy in Brooklyn.
But make sure the title's in it too. Like, Breezy in Brooklyn, title performance,
we'll have that
streaming party. There you go. That right there.
So what we'll do is we'll come up with some and put them in the DM for you guys to look at, and we could play with it. We got a little bit of time to play with the hashtags, and then we could roll it out, right, you guys?
Yeah. I mean, you could take care of the hashtag. I'm just trying to. I just want like something that to let people to know on that day is the day to stream on Spotify, iTunes, whatever you have.
Picture or like video edit or something, basically, and like put the singles in it, like clips of the videos from the singles. They know which songs to stream.
Can you do that, Paula? Can you do what Sade said with the video edit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Songs are we specifically streaming? Just Questions and Pills and Automobiles?
Is that the two you want, Sade?
I mean, which ones are most important at this point?
Those two.
Questions, those two. That's
okay, so those two, yeah, because the other ones already went platinum and stuff. All right.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So those two.
Hey, Paula, anything else? Paula, you want to take it over?
We did want to talk somewhat about some of the things that happened in the news. I know, of course, there was a shooting in Las Vegas, but also we did get some updated information about the young girl that died in the hotel. Did you want to bring that up, Dee? You said you saw the article about it.
So remember how we had started doing the part where it was sort of like a social commentary? And Paula, what's the name of the young lady that died that was 19 years old in the hotel? Kenyatta? Was that Kenneka. So did you guys hear about the update that came out yesterday with the autopsy report?
No.
Oh, that she died of hypothermia, right?
Right. So kind of what was kind of surprising is that they released the autopsy report, basically saying that there was like no trauma to her, except for some gashes on her ankles from probably when she was stumbling around. But they said there was like no rape or anything like that. Actually, Sade, jump in if you could, please.
What did you hear, Sade?
Wait, I didn't hear about the part that she had gashes on her ankles. I just knew about the that she died of hypothermia. I'm actually, intrigued. I heard that there was more videos that came out.
Yeah, there was a video that showed her actually walking into the freezer. That did finally release that they have, and she walked in there on her own. But I think the final toxicology that Dee was telling me about showed that she took asthma medication, but she also drank, and the combination was what caused her to act so loopy and stumble around the way she was, because it wasn't like normal drunkenness. I remember, Tammy, you saying, oh, she's not acting, that doesn't look like a drunk person. She looks like she's drugged. And it's because she drank while taking her
asthma medication.
So yeah, and that was the problem. And I remember years ago there was somebody who was in a coma for years because they did something like that. They took medication and then they drank, and it put them in a coma for years. A young girl like that, and she was in college.
Wow.
But that's what happened to her, and caused her. But of course, there's negligence on and on their friends, is not looking out for her as far as seeing where she went, and the hotel, and not securing certain parts of the hotel. But basically, it was just a horrible accident, a tragedy, not a crime. There was no crime involved.
But still, like you had said before, though, Tammy, she had her friends with her, and somebody should have been doing the buddy system with her the whole time. You know what I mean? Because it's just sad when all the results start coming out and the facts start coming out.
No, I don't know. I seen a video the other day. I don't know who it was, but I don't know even if that was the actual freezer that she went in, or if it was her mom. I don't know who it was, but it was someone in this video. I think it was on Twitter, actually. And they was closing the freezer door. Did y'all see that video? And it was like, how could she have closed the door? Because it was like one of those sliding doors. I don't know who video this was, but I was just watching it like, is that the actual freezer? And it was like a sliding door, and the only way you can close it is from the outside.
Yeah, people love controversy. They love mysteries and that kind of thing. But it's clear that this was just a tragic accident.
So when they showed her walk into the freezer, because I didn't see that video, what kind of door was it? Was it a door that you just pull open and she walked in, or? Oh, that's really crazy.
I don't recall.
Gee.
It was a walk-in. I know it was a walk-in, but whether it was a full open door, I can't remember, honestly.
I want to see that video. I'm gonna try to search and find that video when she walked in.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see that one at all. Did you see it, Sade?
No, I didn't get a chance to see it. I actually heard that there's a video where you can see her body in it too, but I didn't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
No, I don't want to see that one either.
Yeah, the autopsy report and everything is there. It's horrible. It's horrible. They post too much.
I think it's just really like everybody's getting ready to go into the holidays pretty soon, and homecoming weekend and all these other events are coming up. People just got to stay with their friends, do the buddy system, because.
But did they ever say did they ever find out because I heard that she was roaming around for 2 hours. I don't know how true that is, but I heard she was roaming around for 2 hours before she found the freezer.
I didn't hear.
Yeah, I don't know if it was 2 hours or not, but we were just surprised that they released, unfortunately, the whole autopsy report, which shows there's no privacy anymore in the world. But they pretty much described everything, that they did as far as the investigation. We could try to see if we could pull that up and stuff and let you guys know. But I know this was something that when we talked about it during one of the podcasts, it had just happened, and people were going, very active on the discussion on social media, and you just wanted to kind of come back around and say that supposedly they're saying they've got a resolution to what happened, or some type of conclusion to what happened to her, but we just were just saying people need to make sure that they stay with their friends and watch out for their friends, because we are going to go into the holiday season.
Yeah, of course. Like, I don't know how long she was gone, but you know, if my friend was gone for like 30 minutes, I'd be like, where is she? You know, like where did she go? Did you see her? What's going on? You know, and it's and I don't know. I think they had her purse and her keys and stuff. Her purse or her phone. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it's that's really sad, actually. Well, it's really sad.
And then the other thing that I just wanted to bring up really quickly, just to kind of talk about how the media and TMZ,
and not only the friends, but also on the hotel part too, because on one of the videos, the manager came up there when they was making all of that noise during the party. You know, so because I remember during the video, one of the guys, and they was like, "Oh, that's the hotel, the manager." You know, that came knocking at the door when they was all in the room partying. And you can see Kenneka, and then she walked out, and her and her friends, they all was together. So I don't know what happened is, or when did she started getting woozy and, you know, walking off on her own. I don't know. But it's sad how she ended up, you know, the way she did.
Yeah.
With so many people around, you know, and there wasn't nobody in the hallways, like, you know. Did y'all see the video with all those people in that room, or did they all leave? I don't know. When they stayed behind, I don't know, because it was a lot of people in that room, so you would be thinking it would be people, you know, coming in and out. For her to just be, you know, roaming all around and nobody, no, she went on elevators and all of that, and nobody in the hallway or anything. So it looks like she was trying to get out, find her way out of the building.
We'll probably never know. Yeah. Well, we definitely need to wrap up now. It's getting late.
Very late.
Yeah. But
okay.
It's a good day, productive day. Like really a good thing. And we got a lot done today. A lot of things hashed out. Not too much gossip. So that's good.
Just a little bit.
Ooh, I hope you guys feel better.
My phone says we've been on the phone. My phone says we've been on the phone for 5 hours and 11 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right.
Note,
so
we're out of here.
okay.
Nice speaking to you all again.
You too.
See you guys.
You too.
Thanks a lot.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great weekend.
You too.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on this episode, and we hope you'll join us again at the Vanguard.